All right, Shalom Akim. Hey, Yabashima Shai Brakathum to my fellow dear Israelites, all 12 tribes, Negro, Latino, Native Americans, my brothers and sisters who the Heavenly Father had placed his spirit back on to return to him. All praise to Yabashima Shai. Double honor to the apostles over there, Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the elect. All right, man. Hey, as soon as I woke up in the morning, the spirit was on me hot to talk about how Edom will be paid back for what it did to Israel. Who was Edom? The self-proclaimed white man. Now, these Edomites, they walk around America proud. A lot of them don't even remember what has happened, how they got to where they are at now, with the wealth gap, the generational wealth that they have accumulated up, all these big businesses that you see established over here in America, okay? To the attitude of the Edomite. It was all created off the backs, the brutal slavery, the rape, robbing, stealing, and murdering of the Negro, Latino, Native American, which make up the 12 tribes of Israel. And for what you did, what this Edomite race did, their fathers that came before them generals that you see statues of, stationed all over the United States of America, the battles that you hear about on how they destroyed this tribe and removed that tribe, you know, all what they have did, you know, and how they got to where they are at now. They didn't get away with that. You didn't get away with that, okay? And the Heavenly Father is now on you. Now it's time for you to be recompensed or paid back for what you have did. Okay? So in this lesson, I'm going to show you in the Spirit of the Lord, I found a couple articles showing that America was founded, made rich, prospered off of straight up Israelites. And it was not kind. Isaiah 34:8 says, "For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance." The punishment that the Edomites are finna receive is the day of the Lord's vengeance. It says, in the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. Oh yeah, who's Zion? That's us. Okay? The Israelites. Matter of fact, let me read that in the NLT. It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. The year when Edom will be paid back for what it did to Israel. Okay? You finna get paid back, man. And that's the reason why you see the events taking place on the planet Earth. And you see the elites of this society, trying to ultimately change the way of living, trying to start a new slate of how they could introduce a new perpetual slavery. Because Willie Lynch said that that his system that he created will only last up to about 300 years. And we're in that 300-year mark now. And you see the rebellion against this Edomite system. Okay? So now they're trying to come with this new perpetual slavery system via the MOTB and the new war and the NWO. But it ain't gonna work. Because now it's time for you to be judged. Now check out these articles I have here. Which one I want to hit first? Let's go on this right here, talking about the Southern Kingdom first. It says, slide this real quick. It says top 6 countries that grew filthy rich from enslaving black people. Okay? That's what it says from the Atlanta Black Star. It says United States of America. It says slavery transformed America into an economic power. Slavery made America an economic power, not some toilful hard work that this self-proclaimed white man had put in. You know how you do some hard work and you feel good about it, and then you like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I feel good. I earned this. No, it was off our backs. It says the exploitation of black people for free labor made the South the richest and most powerful region in the country. Okay? And we know about, let me go back here to this right here. What you see on the right screen, the video clip, that was all us going to the south of America, man. You know, via ships. Okay? And there, and under the hands of the Southerners, oh man, we got our ass handed to us. All Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, okay? Let me jump back. It says, British demand for American cotton. It says British demanded for American cotton made the southern stretch of the Mississippi River, the Silicon Valley of its era, boasting the single largest concentration of the nation's millionaires. Our slavery made them motherfuckers millionaires. You know how much cotton that had to be picked. You know how much cotton that had to be picked in order to freaking make a person a millionaire. Well, a lot of Jakes died. A lot of Jake's blood was on that cotton. A lot of Jakes cried out. Their last moments was crying out. And the Lord heard that. So you Edomites, you got a lot to pay for. We made you millionaires off of you tearing our ass up in slavery. It says, but slavery was a national enterprise. Many firms of Wall Street, such as J.P. Morgan, Chase, New York Life, and now defunct Lehman Brothers, made fortunes from investing in slave trades. Here it is. Here are the same people that put us in hardcore slavery made banks like J.P. Morgan, Chase, and we go there and we use their services, not knowing that their whole foundation, how they came to be, was off of some free slave labor, man. Our people don't be knowing that. They just think it's a bank to help them protect their money. You see? It's real sad. A lot of things we do in this society, we don't even really know the history behind it. A lot of things we use, a lot of places we go, a lot of clothing that we wear. You know, a lot of drinks and food that we eat, the brands go back to some type of diabolical slave labor. You know, where once upon a time we wouldn't dare want to help this dude. But now we're doing it in ignorance and of not knowing what the fuck happened. We helped this guy, right? It says the most profitable economic activity in New York's 350-year history. Slavery was so important to the city that New York was one of the most pro-slavery urban municipalities in the north. It says, according to the Harper's Magazine, the United States stole an estimate $100 trillion for 222,505,049 hours of forced labor between 1619 and 1865, with a compound interest of 6%. God freaking damn. They made bank off of us. Between 1619 and 1865, they made fucking money. Money. Big money. Trillions of dollars. It says 222 million hours of forced labor. Wow. Wow. You know what I mean? Wow. That's what you say to that. But that was our punishment. It was a divine move from the Heavenly Father. But just because it was a divine move from the Heavenly Father, Esau is still the ones that's hands is guilty on it. Okay? This is Psalms 50 and 20. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Who is that? Who is this talking about? It's talking about Esau, talking about us. Because really he's our brother. He's our evil twin brother. That goes back to the book of Genesis between Jacob and Esau. Jacob and Esau. But you speak against us. It says, thou slanderest thy own mother's son. We had the same mother, and look what you did to us. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest I was altogether such a one as thyself, and that was what it was. You sat there, and you did what you did to us. 222 million hours of forced labor. That included all the whipping on the back, all the lynchings, you know, all the damn parades and parties of just doing what you want to do to the slaves. You know, brought you bring them all over and make them dance for your friends. You know, you cut off their rods and genitals. You did the most. And the Lord didn't say nothing the whole time, watching your ass, man. Seeing you from the heavens and having the angels report on it. You thought the Lord was like you. You took the Heavenly Father's word, actually. Stripped the Heavenly Father's word from verses, chapters, books. Took that out. Made the scriptures into a slave Bible. Took the only the part of the scriptures that talk about the relationship between a master and a slave. And then forced it on us. Forced Christianity on us. And a false narrative of the scriptures on us. You thought that the Lord was with you. You thought that the Lord was on your side for good. Oh, no, he's not. Because now you see the tribes raising back up. It says, thou thoughtest I was altogether such a one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and will set them in order before thine eyes. Okay? The Lord's doing that for us, man. He's doing that. He's setting us in order right on your fucking land. The same land that has destroyed us as a heritage. You know? Stripped us from who we were. The same land we're being set in order on. So where it was taken from us, it's given back to us. And that's prophesied in Hosea, the 1st chapter, 10 and 11. In the place where it said, you are not my people, there should be said, you are the sons of the living power. All praises to y'all about Shemel Shai, man. Now let's get into a little bit. I found the article on the Northern Kingdom. You know, found the article on the Northern. You know, the Northern Kingdom makes up the Latino and Native American tribes. You know. Now on this one, I really don't like the way that looked, man. All right, there we go, better. It says It says American Indian Wars. Okay. This straight off the History Channel. Now it says the content. It got 12. It got 12 numbers for content. It says the colonial period Indian Wars, King Philip Wars, Queen Anne's Wars, French and Indian Wars, early American Indian Wars, 19th Century Wars, Seminole Wars, Sand Creek Massacre, Battle of Little Bighorn, Wounded Knee. Sources. All those were straight wars between Esau stealing the land, rape robbing and pillaging the city. I mean the land, the cities, wherever Gad and Reuben was set up, even the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, over here on the West Coast. All those was the battles. Check it out. It says, from the moment English colonists arrived in Jamestown, Virginia in 1607, they shared an uneasy relationship with the Native Americans or Indians, who had thrived on the land for thousands of years. At the time, millions of indigenous people were scattered across North America in hundreds of different tribes. Between 1622 and the late 19th century, a series of wars known as the American Indian Wars took place between the Indians and American settlers, mainly over land control. And then it goes on each if you want to go back to this page, it goes on each individual war. It talks about it. All 12 of those, all 11 of those contents. Okay? Now I'm going to read the first one. The colonial period Indian War. It says on March 22, March 22nd, 1622, Powhatan Indian attacked and killed colonists in eastern Virginia, known as Jamestown Massacre. The bloodbath gave the Indian government an excuse to justify their efforts to attack Indians and confiscate their land. Esau was trying to make up excuses on how he wanted to take the land. And he did that. You was getting a part of you being rich and being made wealthy is taking land. You need land. You need land to be able to spread your goods, to set up your business. And that's exactly what he was doing. He was making a southern kingdom get his product, whether it be cotton, sugar, whatever, bamboo, whatever, wine, whatever. Then he was taking the land for the northern kingdom to set up that product on. It says in 1636, the Pequot War over trade broke out between the Pequot Indians and English settlers of Massachusetts Bay in Connecticut. The colonist Indians allied joined them in battle and helped defeat the Pequot. You see? It says a series of battles took place from 1636 to 1659 between New Netherlands settlers in New York and several Indian tribes. Some battles are especially violent and gruesome, sending many settlers fleeing back to the Netherlands because Gad and Reuben and the tribe of Issachar was fighting back. It wasn't, you just didn't come take it easy. But eventually, Gad, Reuben, and Issachar was taken. All right? It says the Beaver Wars, 1640 to 1701. So it was just, you couldn't get a break from this guy. We still ain't catching a break from this dude. He done got millions and trillions of hours of forced labor. He done took everything and he still can't get a break from him. That's why the Lord is coming back on our behalf. It says the Beaver Wars happened between the French and their Indian allies and the powerful Iroquois confederacies. The fierce fighting started over territory and fierce trade dominance around the Great Lakes and ended with the signing of the Great Peace Treaties. And we know that those ain't no fucking peace treaties. Those wasn't no damn peace treaties. Those was forced get down or lay down documents. You know? And they took all the Great Lakes over there by Michigan and Wisconsin, etc. New York over there. They took all that. Right from Gad, man. Reuben. You know what I mean? This Genesis 4:9 says, and the Lord said unto Cain. Why am I talking about Cain now? Because Cain descendants is the same descendants of Esau. Okay? Cain came back as Esau. All right? Reincarnation is in the scriptures. And this is what Cain said about his brother Abel, which Abel came back as an Israelite man. It says, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? That's how he feels about us, man. And his actions in his latter time of the world, from the start of the Renaissance era to where we are at now, shows that he's not our keeper. He never cared about us. Matter of fact, when he was Cain, he killed us, man. Okay? He killed us. All right? Songs of Solomon 1:6 says, Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun have looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. My mother's children were angry with me. Talking about Esau. Okay? It says, they made me keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. They put us in slavery. Okay? That's what they did to us because he's not our keeper. But he made us keep his vineyards though. And we have a brother in the camp that had to, that brother, I just talked to that brother yesterday. The brother's up there in age. You know what I mean? The brother, I can't think of the brother, how old the brother is, but the brother's up there. You know what I mean? One of the more older brothers I know in Israel, period. But the brother was telling me about how when he was in first grade, the schools were still segregated. And he was telling me how it felt, and the brother was telling me, the brother name is Zakar, beloved brother name is Zakar in the camp, okay? But the brother was telling me how when he was in first grade, he had to walk to school. He had to walk to school, and it took an hour, and he was only 6 years old. 6 years old. Because the schools are segregated. He had a school that was by his house. He could walk there in 5 minutes. But since the schools were segregated, the school that was available for them was an hour away. And he would have to walk with a crowd of whatever else Jakes to the school. And he said sometimes he had to walk by himself. 6 years old in first grade because the schools were segregated. And then he said when he was in his school years, the school stopped being segregated. When they finally stopped it, he was able to go right to that school that was 5 minutes away. And he said that's when he first started to encounter and talk with Edomites, self-proclaimed white people. That was his first time encountering with them. So Esau asked this dude, man, it's a lot of history that this guy did and swept it right under the rug. But the Lord didn't forget. This is Zechariah 11:5. It says, who possess or slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Esau asked, he did all this what he did to us, and he ain't holding himself guilty. But it's fine because you don't have to. You could believe you're innocent. But that still doesn't mean that you're getting away scot-free. As it is written, the Heavenly Father said he will not at all acquit the wicked. Okay? And the scriptures also tell you that the Heavenly Father is the judge. Not you, Esau. It says, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. You've got rich off of us. And their own shepherds pity them not. And then you've gotten so rich off of us that you have systematically broken us down by setting up back during the time of slavery, that was called slave drivers. Now this time they're called celebrities, man. All right, which is rulers over. You set up rulers over us to keep us in control after your agenda. That was slave drivers back during the time of slavery, but now they're celebrities. That's keeping control of our people by the shit that you want them to produce. So our people our people who follow you are in trouble, and your ass Esau, you in trouble your damn self. All right, Amos 1:11 proves this. It says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. So the Most High ain't letting you go. You kept your wrath forever, so the Lord gonna judge you for that. Okay? It said, but I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basra. And Teman and Basra were cities in Esau's tribes. Okay? Meaning that the Heavenly Father finna burn this place where you are at now in America. The Lord finna burn America because of how it was founded off of what you did to the Israelites. Okay? And it's going to prove it. Jeremiah 50:11. It says, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O you destroyers of mine heritage. Esau, you destroyed the Heavenly Father heritage, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans. You ain't even calling it, we ain't even calling ourselves by the tribes no more. We're calling ourselves by what you've labeled us. It says, because you are growing fat as the heifer at grass and bellows as bulls. You got rich off of us. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed, because the hindermost of the nations shall be as a wilderness and a dry land in the desert. And your mother, America, you damn Edomites, you came out of Great Britain. That was your mother. With your ass, that's what the Revolutionary Wars was taking place. Where you was American Civil Wars, except no, not the Civil Wars, but the Revolutionary Wars. When you was breaking off from Britain, you know, you was biting the hand that fed you, and then you started feeding yourself. But they gonna be sore. They gonna be because you're gonna be destroyed. You know, seeing their child be destroyed. That's what they're gonna see. See you get turned into a desert and wilderness. It says, because of the wrath of the Lord, it should not be inhabited. The Lord going to destroy this place with nuclear fire, which will leave it uninhabitable. It says, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, and Babylon is America. All ye that bend the bow and shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Get those nuclear missiles ready. It ain't talking about a modern day bow and arrow. It's talking about a nuclear missile coming out of a silo. It says, shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, and foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. So you finna get all what you did, man. And how you tried to cover it up. Oh, man, the Heavenly Father finna tear your ass up, man. He finna hand your ass to you, man. You ain't get away with nothing you did to us. The Lord is standing up on our behalf now. And you didn't ultimately messed up. Trillions of hours of slavery for you, man. Trillions. You done got rich. You ain't give back a penny. You ain't did nothing. You talk about reparations, man. Nobody care about none of that, man. You done destroyed our people. Look at our people, man. And the Lord has allowed us to be mad at you for it. So we mad at you, man. Heavenly Father finna pay you fucking devils back. Over here living rich off of what your forefathers did, and then trying to act like you don't know what the hell was going on. We go in here supporting we support all these big companies that we got to use to live in this society, not knowing that company got rich and got built up off of our backs. You know, Native American tribes chilling on reservations, drinking fucking Listerine and mixing it with a little bit of alcohol because they trying to get faded, trying to not think about what the fuck happened to them. Fucking a lot of these gang banging ass niggas out here in Los Angeles, a lot of them niggas is Gadites. They killing each other again, just like they were dealing with the tribal wars. Once again, majority of them niggas is Gadites, man. Gad and Reuben. You know? And you got them killing each other off. Systematically. You got all the central south of North America all tore pieces, man. And you do not care because you getting rich. All right? You hate the Heavenly Father. So you finna get paid back. Hey, y'all Shema Shai Brakatham to you brothers. Hey, man, Lord willing, I was edifying. Hey, man, the Lord gonna come get us, and that's all that matters. Y'all Shema Shai Brakatham.